What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Diamond Deck Discussions Unfiltered. Coach Rob's a little under the weather here. Coach Jay feels great. Top 4 seeds
Unbelievable.
have just been announced. Um,
Wow. Here comes the next four.
oh, here we go. All right, so Vanderbilt, number 1. Texas, number 2. Arkansas, number 3. Auburn, number 4. North Carolina, 5. LSU, number 6. Going into the tournament, Georgia, number 7. And Oregon State, number 8. So those are your top 8 seeds right there. We're watching the selection show currently, and we're having possibly a great time this beautiful Memorial Day. Shout out to all the veterans. Shout out to everybody who has, passed away because of wars and everything like that. That's what this Memorial Day is about. So shout out to everybody who has served, and shout out to everybody who did not make it back home. So we appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank y'all so much. I'm not closing this out, even though it just sounded like it. Coach Jace.
Yeah.
How you feel?
I just can't see the way Auburn gets in there at the top 4. I mean, look at their record. They're the only top 8 seed without a 40-win record. In fact, they don't even have 39 wins. You know, they're the only top 8 seed without 40 wins, honestly. Look, I know the RPI is nice. I know the strength of schedule is good. I get it. They're both like top 3 in the country. I got all that stuff. I get it. But Auburn over a North Carolina team, LSU, Georgia. I mean, you know, Auburn. I can understand Auburn at like an 8 seed, but Auburn at a 4 seed, that's tough to unpack here. But you know what? SEC reigns big again. SEC holds all top 4 seeds. SEC holds 6 of the top 8 seeds. So, it is what it is. And Vandy boys get the number 1 seed. The Vandy boys, who Coach Jace myself picked to win the SEC championship, and they did it. Tim Corbin gets his 3rd in the last 6 years. So good for the Vandy boys, back on top again, going into the postseason with a ton of momentum, big expectations coming out of them here. They will be matched up versus Wright State in game 1. We're going to kind of talk about some of these teams, and some of these teams we're going to kind of not talk about.
Right. So I just wrote it down. Vanderbilt is obviously the 1 seed. Okay. Then you have Wright State at the 4 in their regional. And then East Tennessee State, I believe, is the 3.
Yeah, that's what it's.
And then Louisville is the 2, which is good. I like that regional. So now you go to the 16 seed. Southern Miss. USM gets in. We like
hosting.
Yeah, to host it. That's incredible. Southern Miss, USM has always been kind of, I don't know. They're a weird team. They're a weird team. They always ruin seasons, but then their season always gets ruined. You know what I mean?
Columbia getting in. Wow. Columbia. So we did know that.
Didn't Columbia win their conference?
Yeah, we knew Southern Miss was going to be a host. The top 16 did get announced in alphabetical order yesterday. Everybody that's hosting, just real fast: Georgia, Auburn, Texas, LSU, North Carolina, Clemson. Who's that? Coastal Carolina, Oregon State, Oregon, Bama, Southern Miss, Tennessee, UCLA, Vandy, Ole Miss, Florida State. All right.
Miami in Southern Miss's regional. Oof, that's tough.
That's tough.
That is tough, bud.
Man, that Miami team, I tell you, that Miami team is sneaky good. Me and you were talking.
And Alabama.
Oh, wow.
Alabama goes in the Southern Miss. Look, LeBron's not even clapping. Yeah. That's what an SEC team looks like that gets in as a 2 seed to number 16 regional.
Yeah, I tell you, look, that's another team that's on the bubble of hosting. They didn't get the hosting spot, so now you go in at number 2 seed. And I tell you what, if you had to ask me right now, I'm taking Alabama to come out that regional.
Southern Miss is 11th in D1 in ERA at a 3.91.
Yeah,
24-6 in the Sun Belt Conference, 44-14, and that regional matches up against Vandy. So, dude, could you imagine Alabama wins this?
Dude, I tell you, look, that's what a matchup. But again, an Alabama team that's 41-16. This team is super good, on the verge of hosting. You know, here's my thing. Here's the problem I got with the NCAA right now. If you're gonna look and freaking crawl all over RPI and all that bullshit, only here only for selection. Go by RPI for your entire season. Don't go off of anything else. Go by RPI for how you rank, because this is the way this tunes out to be is just, I can't stand it. We hadn't heard about RPI all year, and then all of a sudden you get to conference tournament and selection day, and you're like, oh, RPI matters more than anything in the world now. If this is true, let's start doing our brackets based off of this.
Look at this.
Florida State gets Bethune-Cookman
as a 4 seed. Mississippi State is a 3 seed. And then Northeastern coming in at 48-9.
Look at that Northeastern team. Holy smokes.
They won their conference, obviously.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, Northeastern is the 2 seed in the
27 straight wins. This team is freaking awesome. Man. Whew. What? Hey, that's a all these matchups are going to be really good, but oh man, what a bracket.
Northeastern, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. The Mississippi State could have, I mean, look, we're SEC biased in here. Florida State has one guy on the mound, in my opinion. North Carolina beat them. North Carolina won the ACC, by the way.
Yep.
Corvallis. This would be the Oregon State regional.
Good job, bud.
Well, they've hosted a lot of times.
Oregon State is in there, obviously.
Who's the 4 seed?
Yeah, who is?
Look at the Beavers.
I tell you,
look at those Beavers.
Look, man, they're not even in like their conference room. They're in the bullpen. They're in the cages. They're in cage work.
St. Mary's.
You know, old St. Mary getting up in there, sneaking in. Look at them. They're about to go crazy in what looks to be a high school gym.
That's yeah.
I know it's there.
It's one of those schools.
Yeah. West Coast Conference champs. How about them though? St. Mary automatic bid.
35-24. I mean, it is what it is. USC,
pretty sneaky team here at 35-1, getting up in there. They can do some things. They're pretty damn good. Obviously.
Did you say 35-1?
Did I?
I think so.
Oh, 35-21.
Yep.
And TCU.
Ooh.
The Horned Frogs.
TCU is a 2 seed in here. It's kind of dangerous.
Man, I tell you. Whew.
TCU is a 2 seed. It is dangerous, bud.
Yeah.
TCU, who has been known, I mean, they've made the tournament multiple times in the last few years. They were one of the featured 8 in MLB The Show that you can play as you're in your road to the show.
Right.
I mean, and if you're one of those 8 teams, like you've made the tournament past few years, like Cal State Fullerton is one of those teams. And, Cal State Fullerton hasn't been, the Titans haven't been, dominant, I say, as of late. Chapel Hill, we're going to North Carolina.
Here we go. Where LSU was last year. They will not be there this year.
Number 5, North Carolina.
Shocking. Shocking news. Who do they get? Who sneaks in as the 4 seed here? Why is it so blown up? Can we back off the screen a little bit?
Holy Cross.
Known to make a little damage in the postseason. They've done some things in the last couple of years. Look, won their conference tournament. So
most of these 4 seeds are these lesser conferences that won their conference
get the automatic
tournament.
bid.
Right.
Yeah.
Because other than that, they wouldn't be in it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And who's the 3? Who is the 3 seed? Nebraska.
The Cornhuskers. Man, I tell you, that's a good little team right there. They're a scrappy team.
The kids play? That'd be cool. Who's the 2?
I mean, look, Nebraska's back-to-back.
Oklahoma.
Ooh. Look, Nebraska's a sneaky team. They beat UCLA for back-to-back titles, conference titles. Here, they got a team that's they do what they do. I mean, it's going to be a good scrappy team. It's going to be a good scrappy game. That OU game is going to be fun.
Yeah, but watch. North Carolina, I think North Carolina winning the ACC. I think they're back. I think they're back to kind of full capacity here. I think they're back to probably making a run and making the tournament.
And you also got a guy in Jake Knapp who's the pitcher of the year, the collegiate pitcher of the year. This guy's an absolute fucking star.
Yeah, Eugene. Going to Oregon.
Not Jake Knapp, the golfer with the smooth swing golf. Jake Knapp, pitcher for North Carolina. Oregon,
12,
1 seed.
Number 12, Oregon.
Yep.
at a 42-14 record.
And another team teetering on the edge, too.
Utah Valley.
Wow.
Oh, I thought that they were just all just going to be silent. That's where Danny Dix came from.
It is.
Damn.
Yeah, that's where old Danny came from. And this matches up against LSU, don't it?
No.
12-5?
12-5, dude.
Oh, LSU 6.
Yeah.
Dang
so 6 would be.
Oh man, and Arizona's in that one, dude. That would have been a fun one to match up with.
So
storylines
wasn't
there.
Who was it? Cal Poly is the 3.
Yeah, Cal Poly was the 3.
Arizona's 2.
Yep.
But wasn't Arizona projected to be in our regional? But we were supposed to be the 5. That's why.
There you go.
That's why.
Yep, we were projected to be the 5. Man.
Cal Poly, is that just Cal? Is that like the school?
No, that's California.
Yeah, I know, but is that not?
No, Cal Poly and California.
Okay. I'm stupid.
I'm
I'm sick.
Dude, that would have been some heck. That would have been, look, I tell you, that would have been fun. We only would have got one of the 2 if they would make it out. Utah Valley or Arizona got to make it out of there to have the, Coastal Carolina. God, dog, that's who we're up against. No, we got
11. We got 11. So
Good.
number 13, Coastal Carolina, just about to ruin everything.
Yep. They are about to ruin everything. I agree. Fairfield, you could be excited for now, but you're not going to last too much longer.
Fairfield is the 4 seed.
Yep. Let's get some longer shorts down there, boys.
No, man, that's the way it goes now.
ECU.
Oh shit.
Okay. ECU with another conference championship.
ECU. Good Lord. ECU. I mean, you think who'd they end up facing in the Super? It was
in Florida.
It was Wake Forest.
Oh, buddy, give me Florida. I got Florida going through this
Coastal Carolina. Good fucking luck, boys.
Oh man, Florida.
Good luck. Yeah, Florida's a 2 seed.
Florida is a 2 seed. Oh my gosh. Started 1-11. We talked about it. Came all the way back to go 15-15 in the SEC. Man, that is tough. I tell you, we talked about it multiple times on here. Florida was just a team that you don't want to see. My goodness, them boys are good.
So far, there's only been 2 regionals without an SEC team. And here is your number 4 or number 3.
4.
Number 4, Auburn Tigers, which, look, I get it. RPI, that's why they're number 4. But again, like you mentioned earlier, they're the only team that doesn't have a 40-win season in the top 8. CCSU, who the fuck is that?
Central Connecticut.
Central Connecticut.
Yeah,
okay.
Central Connecticut. Mm-hmm.
Stetson. Oh,
okay.
shit.
Okay, I like
Stetson's
Stetson
a 3. Wasn't Stetson a 4 in
ours? Yeah,
in ours last year?
At one point, yeah. And NC State. Man, I tell you, look, this looks like a very easy kind of walkthrough for Auburn. They got very lucky here.
Yeah. Who was the 3 in this? It
Stetson.
Was okay. Yeah.
I don't want to take away from the other teams, but man, look, you're not talking about Florida being in this conference, in this regional. So
yeah,
I like Auburn's chances here. I like them a lot.
Yeah, I think that they kind of, I don't know. I feel like they made this as easy as they could for Auburn. I mean,
you handed them the freaking 4 seed. I'm fine with Auburn
17 and 13 in conference play.
Yeah, I'm fine with Auburn being a top 8 seed. I'm not fine with them being a top 4 seed. I'm not fine with them being a top 5 seed.
Right.
Put them 7 or 8, and it makes sense.
Yeah. All right, so that has to be the first half of the bracket.
Yeah, I'd say this first half of the bracket, 32.
Yeah.
32 more to go.
Yeah. Is that 32 teams? Yeah.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. We have 8 regionals selected. We're waiting on 8 more. But look, let's talk about just each of them while they go to fucking commercial break over here. So, Vandy. I think Vandy wins their regional. Right? Wright State, don't think they have a chance. Eastern Tennessee State, I don't think they have a chance.
Yeah, I got Vandy.
Yeah, Louisville. Louisville might. Wasn't it? Hold up. Wasn't Louisville playing Vandy when that pitcher that told him to go sit down, pussy.
Yeah.
It was sit the fuck down. Was that
Hey,
Louisville Vandy?
yeah. Speaking of Vandy moments, okay. Do you remember the kid, the viral kid years ago that was pitching in the Little League World Series that shook the catcher off and had the little smirk on his face, threw a fastball, gave up a tank dead center?
Yeah,
You remember this?
barely, but yes.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
No. Let me be honest with you. No, I don't fucking know.
Okay,
I don't
look,
know.
let me show you on here. Look, wait, this one. You remember this video? He shook the catcher off and then gave up a tank dead center.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that kid is Mike Mancini. That kid plays for Vanderbilt.
The kid that hit it or kid that was pitching?
The kid I was pitching.
Oh, solid.
Yeah,
That's good shit.
So just
That's good
you know,
shit.
some more. You reminded me with that. So anyway, Vandy storylines playing Louisville.
Vandy in Louisville is probably going to be your toughest. Obviously, it's your 1 and your 2 seed. Southern Miss. Does Alabama make a run? Does Miami make a run? I think Columbia's got no shot.
Yeah, Columbia don't have a shot, dude. I tell you what, I'm probably the most excited for that Miami so far of the games that's been mentioned. The first game of each regional of the ones that's been mentioned so far, half the bracket.
Miami, Alabama.
I am the most excited for that one. Jesus, that's going to be an absolute battle of two good teams. Whew.
Miami, Alabama is going to be a solid one, but I mean, who wins that, right? So I don't know. Miami hasn't been what they used to be, right? Whenever they had Alex Cora,
Yeah.
You know,
when they beat LSU.
But that was, I mean, you're
Years.
talking early 2000s.
Yeah,
like
years.
you know, you're talking a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're still a good team. They're just again, they're not, they're not what they used to be. But by all means, it's who gets hot at the right time. We know this in baseball.
Absolutely.
Okay, Diamondbacks just a couple years ago shouldn't even made the postseason. Made it the last game of the year, and they go on to lose the World Series. But they got hot at the right time.
Right.
So if a team gets hot at the right time, whew.
Yeah. I mean,
in all reality, every one of these teams, even the 4 seed, can just have a day. I mean, we saw Omaha come into Alex box. You throw a shutty against us. You don't even give up a hit. You don't even give up a ball on the ground till like the 6th or 7th inning, and
we lost that game 5-4. By the way.
Well, I'm talking about the shutty up until the 6th, 7th inning when we started getting hits.
We scored. I think we put up a 4 spot in the 9th.
Yeah, but we didn't get hit. They had shutties going against us until 6th, 7th inning whenever we finally decided to put balls on the ground.
Yep.
So anybody can get hot. Anybody can have a bad day.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. But yeah, I think it's Miami or Alabama in that regional. Yeah, we'll kind of break it down here a little bit more after.
Look, we are back. They're back from commercial. They just announced Texas the 2 seed. Well, they announced that earlier, but Texas is the 2 seed. Texas won the SEC.
Houston Christian
outright. Houston Christian is the 4 seed in this regional. Who is the 3?
Oh man, K-State.
Kansas State
beat some good teams this year.
Ooh.
K-State beat some good teams this year. We know what they can do. Pretty good team. They won Fayetteville last year.
Who's the 2? So. Who's the 2? This is going to make it. Oh.
UTSA. University of Texas San Antonio. We have seen them do some things this year.
Which is why they're 44 and fucking 13.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Team's name doesn't jump off the paper to you, but I tell you what, this is a good team, and you got to watch out for them. Texas, pretty damn good. Look, 22-8 in SEC, 5th in D1 with a 3.56 ERA. We are reading this off of ESPN2's cast here of the top 64. So this is not copyright material here. We're reading it from ESPN2.
We could search it too. It doesn't fucking matter.
We could, but we're getting
Los Angeles Regional. Who are they playing? Number 15, UCLA. Oh my goodness.
Hosting. Who are they going to be playing?
UCLA sucks.
Fresno State.
Fresno State might win this bitch.
I don't know. We'll see. Look, they got the Mountain West. They won that. So,
You know what sucks? They try to keep teams like kind of in the same region,
Yeah.
which is why they're called the regionals.
Arizona
State. Yeah, I mean, okay.
AZ State is the 3 seed. Who will be the 2 seed in this regional? Who we got?
Please,
Who we got?
please,
Who we got?
please give me something to beat the fuck out of UCLA. UC Irvine. Okay, what the fuck, dude? This is about as shitty as the regionals come.
This is a regional that I will not be watching.
Yeah.
Unless it is everything else gets rained out, and this is the only game
The
on.
only way I'll tune in is if fucking Fresno State and Arizona State are in the fucking championship game in the regional. UCLA is probably going to win this fucking regional.
Wow, nice read on the ball.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah. 22-8 in the Big Ten. They're 10th in D1 in fielding percentage. That's about it. That's okay.
All right, cool. Texas is going to go to the Supers.
No, Texas is going to Omaha.
Yeah, Texas is going to be in the Supers at home and then go to Omaha.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oxford going to Ole Miss.
Yep.
Ole Miss. Ole Miss, number 10. Ole Piss.
Who?
Murray State?
Oh.
Murray State is the 4 seed?
Nice, right?
John
there.
Morant playing for the baseball team.
Why are we doing football drills here? What's going on here?
I don't know what.
All right, they're losing game 1.
Yeah, they're losing game 1
that was
and 5.
Western Kentucky, okay. WKU getting up in there with a record of 46-12. Man, I tell you what, that's a good team. I watched a little bit of that conference championship. That's a good damn team right there.
And who's the 2? Who's the 2?
Oh,
Ruh-roh, Raggy. Georgia Tech.
Oh, I love this. Oh, man, that's fun.
Georgia Tech is the 2 seed in this regional against Ole Miss. I think it's going to end up being Georgia Tech.
I think Georgia Tech's going to go on a run here. Their head coach is in his final season. He already said that. I think Tech got this here.
Yeah. You think Georgia Tech wins this fucking wins this regional?
Yeah.
I don't know. Ole Miss been hot, bud.
Ole Miss is hot. Yeah.
Ole Miss is hot, I will say.
All right. Well,
so what's the next one?
Georgia.
Right. Oh shit! Could you imagine Georgia Tech, Georgia?
That'd be fun.
Number 7, Georgia, hosting.
What we got? Let's see.
We're gonna be kind of quiet for the majority of this until everything's announced.
Buddy, we're gonna be with Clemson or Tennessee.
With Clemson
or Tennessee.
Clemson's hosting.
I know. I'm talking about in the Super.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't. Not one bit.
Binghamton is the 4 seed.
Duke. They've been cold. Georgia wins this one.
All right. Oklahoma State is the 3 and Duke is the 2.
I like Duke, but yeah, Oklahoma State. Georgia wins this one.
I just got a text from old Aiden Hodges said Texas got a cakewalk.
As these top 8 seeds should.
Right.
Right? Like, you shouldn't be looking at any of these being like, oh my God, except the Georgia Tech one. Well, Ole Miss is a 10 seed, so it's really not even.
Right. Dude, I just farted. Oh my God. I hope it reaches you.
I hope it does.
I hope it does.
If you're talking like that.
Baton Rouge Regional. Here we go.
Here we go.
LSU number 6.
Who are we going to be matched up against in game 1? Let's see what we got here. Look at
they're in the Champions Club.
Yeah. Who we got here? LSU facing Little Rock. They must have won their conference because there ain't no way at 24-32.
Oh, Little Cock, Arkansas. Oh, and they're the Trojans. The Little Cock Condoms. At 24-32.
Yeah. Yeah. Rhode Island.
Island.
Pretty.
Have we played?
We've
played them before.
That's coming from a long way away. Who's gonna be a 2 seed? Stony Brook.
Oh, buddy.
Wow, nice camera work.
Let it happen. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Island.
Who's the 2?
2 seed DB.
Fuck.
We got DBU.
Dallas
back.
Baptist.
Look, you handled business earlier. The first game on the road, your first true road test. You handled that game with Connor Ware on the mound. If we don't forget that, Connor Ware went 6 in that game. So you do what you should be able to do, and you're at home, which we're really good at home.
Look,
so.
I love how they're showing Case and Evans pitch.
I know Case and Evans and Zach Cohen ain't pitched all in 2 weeks. Coach Rob's dying, everyone.
I am, yes, absolutely. Don't make me laugh. I think I got to poop too. This is not good. This is not a good thing. All right, so who are we matched up against? Clemson. Fuck. All right, number 11.
Oh, man. Clemson, dude. They're so good. Gosh.
Clemson. Now, they did get their ass whooped in the ACC championship against North Carolina.
Yeah, they did.
So
look, this is a team that started 22-1. Okay, so
South Carolina upstate.
So since then, since your 22-1 start, you're 22-15. So you haven't been the hottest team as of late. You've done enough to be a host.
It looked like EA,
but man, that's a tough draw for LSU. If Clemson is to win that, oh god, and Kentucky's in this one.
Nah, just fuck Kentucky.
Yeah, I know, but something about Kentucky, man.
Kentucky could win this regional and then be another 2-0 sweep at the box against Kentucky. The year we won, West Virginia is the 2 seed in this regional, and I'm picking West fucking Virginia to win this goddamn thing.
I like West Virginia, man. That is,
the West Virginia Mountaineers are the 2 seed in the number 11 Clemson regional. Clemson, good fucking luck. You got Kentucky and West Virginia in this fucking regional. Now, look, Kentucky hasn't been what they used to be. Their coach, to me, is a
I love him.
It rhymes with maggot.
I love him. I think he's a great coach. I'd play for that guy any day of the week.
Fuck that. I'd rather play for Tony V than him.
Oh, well, yeah.
No, I mean, no, like, seriously, like, there's a lot of people that fucking hate Tony V. A lot of people that like this guy. He's, to me, he's a pussy. I think.
All right. Tennessee.
All right, number 14, Tennessee. I like this.
Is this the last one here? Oh, we got one more to go. Oh, Miami of Ohio. I was about to say.
They already picked Miami.
I know. So I was confused.
All right, Miami, Ohio. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, fuck.
Look, Miami, Ohio coming out the first win in 20 years of their
Cincy.
conference.
Has Cincinnati made a fucking regional in a while? Have they?
Balling. Yeah, they made one this year. Oh, and Wake Forest.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, but Wake Forest isn't the Wake Forest team from 2 years ago.
They're not. They're not, but they're still Wake Forest.
Yeah, that coach is still there. It's gonna be Tennessee, Wake Forest in the championship, and it's gonna be. I just hope that Tennessee gets back to the Tennessee that they were. This isn't the last one because they haven't announced who they played. So they play the. So let's see. If we're 6 and we play 11, 5 plays 12.
North Carolina. Oh no, Fayetteville. Oh, Arkansas. Duh.
Yeah, Arkansas. So they're the 3. Yeah.
Tennessee and Arkansas in the same one. Hey.
It's going to be, probably going to be them 2. Who? I want to know who.
The Tennessee is coming off of a beatdown. North 20-32 and got in. They must have won their conference title, which they did.
See that.
The Summit tournament champion playing Arkansas. Zach Root. Oh, Creighton at the 3 seed?
Okay.
You don't like that?
It's not that I don't like it.
You don't think it's enough?
I don't know enough. I don't know enough about Creighton. They're 41-14. Yeah, sure. But who the fuck have they played?
In Kansas.
Okay.
Not bad.
Arkansas walks through this shit.
Do they? Do they?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Zach Root been getting his ass beat. They're at home, which is the good thing.
Yeah, Arkansas plays really good at home.
They're like LSU. LSU only plays really good at home.
Yeah.
We can't play really good anywhere else.
20-10 in the SEC, 110 home runs, which is 7th in D1. I think Georgia still leads, huh?
For
Home run.
Yeah.
Yeah. That should be it. That's this weekend, too.
Yeah, that's all of them right there.
Hey, you know what I'm excited about?
Tell me.
Guess what's back?
Squeeze play.
Squeeze play, bud. Squeeze play is back, and we cannot wait to sit there and watch. Okay.
Just baseball after baseball after baseball
Yes.
after baseball.
Victoria's definitely going to be fucking mad at me this weekend.
Oh, dude.
Which I didn't even look. I didn't even look at our calendar to see what all we got going on. The calendar's in the living room.
That's all right. It is what it is.
Yeah, I need to look to see if we have anything this weekend. I don't think we do. Oh, Saturday I'm going to Golf Suites. You're not because you said you're going to be out of town.
I will now be in town for that thing I was texting you about yesterday.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yep.
And is that Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay, look, last four in. Ooh. Oh. Last four out, Southeastern Louisiana, Troy, Yukon, and Virginia. Damn. And you know what, dude? You know what's fucking wild?
The 1 and 2 preseason are not in.
Right. So you had A&M and Virginia as the 1 and 2. Damn, A&M. I just realized that A&M didn't make it.
We ended your season, bitch. Y'all might have beat us 2 out of 3 in College Station, but we beat you when it mattered.
Fuck yeah.
Fuckers.
Bitches.
Hate them.
Yeah.
Evan, sorry, bud.
So glad. Yeah. Oh, I
don't hate you.
I want to text Evan. Evan, where's A&M playing?
Send it to him. Text him. This will be fun.
Yeah, hold on. I'll text him right now. I'm going to text him in a group text, too.
UConn was one of the last 4 in. Do you know what's crazy? Is that guy right there left Southeastern out, but he's the former athletic director of Southeastern. And head baseball coach. Ain't that wild? That just goes to show you cannot have, you have to prove you don't have bias to be on. That's why I couldn't be on the committee.
I said, Evan.
I got bias.
I said, Evan, where's A&M playing? Didn't see them. Yeah, Aiden said, Texas got a cakewalk. And then he said, we got fucking Dallas Baptist. Yeah. Yep. Bradley said, no way, that's a tough draw. Who else did Southeastern get in? Hold on. Let me give him a thumbs down on that one. It takes one little upset by Little Rock or Rhode Island, and we don't even have to worry about DBU. That was from a number I don't have saved.
That is true.
Yeah. Yeah, so look, we've talked about Vandy. We've talked about the Southern Miss Regional. Let's move on. Number 9, Florida State.
Can we screen what you got right there so I can see all the teams?
Yeah.
Because we really don't need this up there no more.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's over.
So if we can just screen it.
Screen mirror. Hold on. Give me a second. Let it fucking load up. Oh, shit.
So I can see what we got to here.
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck this isn't wanting to.
If we can screen mirror it to the stream too, that'd be dope.
Yeah, we can. I mean, I just typed that in my notes.
Yeah, screen mirror it to the. Let's use that new feature that you found, Coach.
Yes.
It's a pretty cool feature. I like it.
Let's do that, actually. Now I'm thinking about it. So let's screen share.
Okay.
Screen. A window, my notes. Share. All right.
There we go.
Okay, so I need to figure out whatever. All right, so we talked about the Vandy. We talked about Southern Miss. Florida State. I don't like this being right here,
Yeah.
but it's fine.
Just click that, see what it does.
I don't know what this does. And whatever, it's fine. Okay. So Florida State, Bethune-Cookman, they're the 4 seed. Most 4 seeds in this are most likely out. I mean, I haven't seen a 4 seed yet that's gonna okay, they're gonna make a fucking run. Mississippi State in that one, do they make a run? Do they beat Florida State? Do they beat Northeastern first? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Mississippi State is.
Mississippi State is a team that you really can't figure out, right? You do what you did the last couple of years. Coach didn't do his job good enough this year. You get rid of him out of nowhere with 3 weeks left in the year. You go on a 4-0 run to start that, and then you kind of fall off the face of the earth after that. You know, are you playing motivated baseball? Are you playing saddened baseball? Like, what kind of – are you playing just get me to the end of the year baseball? What kind of baseball are you really trying to play here? And I think that's the issue that I have with Mississippi State is that you can't figure out if they're playing real passionate baseball.
Right. So I'm able to put it on TV over here. Let me. I mean, it's. No. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, let's bring that back down.
Bring it back now.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, let's do that. That's perfect. All right. So I don't know. I mean, I think Florida State gets this. It's just it all depends on what the other pitchers do because they have that one that's a top prospect, right? He's the top draft pick. Forget his fucking name.
Give me Bethune in this game. I'll take the upset because I think Florida State is not going to throw their guy. They're going to take this game very lightly, and Bethune's going to get a win. Give me the upset.
I think you're fucking stupid.
I am, but you said you don't see any 4 seed winning, so
I don't.
I'll take this one.
You're doing this because you're being stupid.
Just for
don't do that. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid here.
Oh, I'm serious.
No, I mean I think Florida State walks through this regional. I think they walk through it. Now they're going to have to play Oregon State because I think Oregon State also walks through this regional. The only team that could upset them is TCU.
Yeah, I don't think Oregon State has an issue here.
Yeah, I don't think they do either. Then you go down to you got number 5, North Carolina.
Yeah.
See any issues here?
No, North Carolina's really good.
And they're on a tear lately. They won the ACC championship. They beat the fuck out of Clemson.
Yeah, I think North Carolina got fucked in not being a top 4 seed. So I like I said, I don't agree with Auburn being a 4 seed. Fine if you want to put them 7 or 8. North Carolina's better, and I think North Carolina wins this pretty easily. And they'll be a Omaha team.
Yeah. I think
not to take away from Oregon, but I just think North Carolina's better.
It's yeah. I mean, you look at the conference that Oregon plays in, and you look at where North Carolina plays, and you look at what they did to Clemson in the ACC championship.
Yeah,
like this is,
if North Carolina,
this is the story of a girl, who cried a river and drowned the whole world. That type of shit, right?
If North Carolina was to get beat here,
it'd be Oklahoma.
That's the storyline of the postseason, I think.
Yeah, I don't.
Assuming
they shouldn't have a problem.
Assuming Texas Vandy doesn't get beat, right? Or somebody like a Bethune goes on an insane run.
So you think if LSU loses their regional, it's not the story.
It's not the story of the postseason because you got a bunch of people saying they shouldn't even have been a top 8 seed. So
yeah, I mean,
you still would have been
told me
hosting.
Before you got here. You were like, yeah, we might have trouble.
I mean, you put Auburn at number 4 over North Carolina. Yeah, there was no telling what the fuck was going to happen.
Yeah,
I didn't think Georgia would be behind us. So there's Georgia.
I don't know. They lost game 1 in the SEC championship or in the SEC.
Yeah, but their RPIs. And
so this is why I'm telling you, SEC tournament matters, right? LSU loses game 1, they're at 10.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple.
But I didn't disagree with that. I said just win the first one, and you did enough.
I think, in my opinion, you win that conference tournament, you're a 2. I don't give a shit who you are. You win the conference tournament. If Ole Miss would have won the tournament, they'd have been in the top 8.
I can see that, but they would have been number 8.
7.
Okay.
Only because fuck you. That's why. because I enjoy arguing with you. That's why
Yeah.
we have this.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's a great time. But you win your conference tournament, and you are like a not a bubble team, but like a borderline two seed.
Yeah.
You win your conference tournament, especially in a tough ass conference.
Yeah.
Like the ACC, SEC, um, which to be honest with you, I think those are the only two toughest conferences in college baseball. You win those. Like that's why North Carolina is where they're at.
Hey, speaking of tough conferences, can we talk about what the no longer there Pac-12 did this year? Because I can tell you.
Please tell me because we still have to go through all these. But yeah, go ahead.
Actually, I can't tell you because I deleted it. So never mind. Can't tell you.
All right. Well, I'll go fuck myself. So North Carolina breezes through. Oregon. What does Oregon do? Do they breeze through this, or does Arizona take it over, or does fucking Utah Valley? If anything, look, Danny Dix came from Utah Valley, and if he didn't do what he did there would be no Danny Dix at LSU. And
Correct.
And so it makes me think: what other players at Utah Valley? I know nothing about this fucking team other than Daniel Dickinson came from there.
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing, and we're seeing a completely different Danny Dix, and most of us because you're in the SEC and you're not in whatever conference you're talking
Right,
about.
he had 32 stolen bases last year.
Exactly. What he's got this year? One, maybe,
Maybe two.
Like,
I think he's stolen a base.
but it's just
At
one of
least
those
A.
things where, he's not. He's
But I mean, damn good second baseman though.
right.
Like probably the best. Could play shortstop if we're being honest.
Yep.
Milam is just so fucking smooth. Milam
Everything's
is
so easy.
Everything is just so easy for him, and it's dive over here, routine grounder, charging it, scooping it, throwing it to first with ease.
Yeah.
With it, he's just so smooth with it, and I love that. Right, but this Utah Valley team, could they make a run? That's the only, like I said earlier, no four seeds like really have my interest. But
I don't think so. I think Oregon got enough. All right, Pac-12 real quick. I found it.
okay,
All right, here's what the Pac-12 that's no longer has done this year. Big 12 tournament title.
okay,
Big 10 regular season title. Made it to the Big 10 tournament, lost to Nebraska. Pac-12 here to stay, man, even though they're no longer to be.
so they're not here to stay.
Yeah, their teams are here to stay. They making noise in the conferences that they go to. But anyway, that's what I want to say about Pac-12.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to next.
So
Coastal?
next would be
I got
Coastal
Arizona.
Carolina.
Oh,
Oregon. You got Arizona winning that?
No, I'm at that next game, Cal Poly versus Arizona. Arizona winning that.
Okay, but who you ever winning this regional? Does Oregon walk through it?
No, I don't think they walk through it. I think we see an absolute battle in game 2. I think we see Oregon and Arizona.
Look, okay, by walk through it, I mean, do they go undefeated?
No, they're going to lose.
They're going to lose one game to Arizona and then win the regional?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. But if anybody does win this, it's going to be Arizona. If anybody other than Oregon wins it, it'll be Arizona. I think Cal Poly has no chance.
Yeah.
And I think Utah Valley might have a chance, but I don't think they get there. I think it'll be close games.
Yeah.
This one might be one to keep an eye on because Oregon could, and they would have to go play at North Carolina. Ugh. Like, good luck. North Carolina's making it to Omaha.
Yeah.
From this regional, North Carolina's making it to Omaha.
Correct. Yep.
Then you have number 13, Coastal.
Florida's winning this thing.
Florida's winning that.
Florida's
Okay,
winning
and then they have to. Okay, so Florida's winning it. I'm kind of with you on there. Coastal is just Coastal's Coastal, and you know them, right? You know they've been
scrappy.
They've been looking to ruin seasons.
Yep.
Okay. And then they got to go on to Auburn because I think Auburn walks through that one.
Look, the thing about Coastal is this, and I've said it before on here. As a kid, I dreamt of playing at 3 places: Cal State Fullerton, Coastal Carolina, LSU. That was the 3 places I dreamt of playing.
Well, growing up, Cal State Fullerton was fucking.
Yes, Cal State Fullerton was a lot better than what
we
they
wanted
are
to
now.
change our team name to the Titans for a long time
because of Cal State.
because of Cal State Fullerton.
That was the 3 places that I had wanted.
Dad would not let us.
That was my 3 dream spots. If I could pick one of the 3, or if I could pick anywhere to play baseball, it'd be one of those 3. So I'm a big Coastal guy. I like what Coastal does. I like how scrappy they play. We've seen them come to LSU and beat us in the postseason before. But Florida is hotter than any team in the country right now, in my opinion. They're so fucking deep. They're so good. Kevin O'Sullivan, I can't bet against him. I think Florida really does take this bracket here.
Okay. And but
this
then
side of the bracket, this regional.
okay. So then you go to the Auburn regional. Auburn walk through that.
Nope. Auburn's going to have the choke of a fucking lifetime, and they might go 1-2, if not 0-2, and be done.
So who wins it? NC State.
Who wins it is going to be NC State. Yep. NC State's a good team.
Okay, so NC State wins it. All right. Now, I mean,
Florida.
Yeah, so Florida makes it to Omaha.
Yeah.
Okay. What about wait. So let's say Vandy, Ole Miss.
I know we should have been typing in our picks.
Vandy, Southern Miss.
Yeah. I don't like Southern Miss. I think Alabama or Miami. Whoever wins game 1 of that Alabama Miami wins this regional.
And then Vandy makes it to Omaha.
Yeah, Vandy wins that, and then Vandy wins it. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So Florida State and Oregon State. Florida State goes to Omaha.
Florida State and Oregon State. No. I don't trust Florida State. They've been such an up and down team all year. I don't trust Florida State.
Okay, so who wins?
I don't trust Florida State to win their regional. I think
so. Mississippi State wins it.
I think Mississippi State or Northeastern. That's another one. And I'm saying who wins game 1. If Mississippi State can win game 1, and then I don't know what Northeastern pitching staff looks like. I know what Mississippi State looks like. So I think Mississippi State's deeper just because I don't know what Northeastern has.
Yeah. Okay. So Oregon State wins that regional.
Yeah, Oregon State wins that one. And then
so who goes to Omaha?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That's probably the toughest.
That's a tough one. I don't know.
I think that's the toughest. That's gonna be one of those we don't know.
Yeah.
North Carolina runs through this.
Yep, I like North Carolina there.
Oregon, Arizona wins this.
Yeah, I got Arizona. Yep.
All right, North Carolina beats Arizona.
Yep.
Okay. Coastal, Florida wins it.
Florida, NC State, Florida.
Right. Okay, so Florida wins that. All right, here we go. Texas. Mm-hmm. I think Texas walks through this like a leisurely stroll.
I tell you, I'd be
the only team that could give them a run is UTSA, because I think any other team from Texas that's not an SEC team gives Texas a fucking run for their money. Texas State, UTSA,
dude, I love Texas State.
Yeah,
I wish Texas State would be in this.
Yes, but they're not in any. So
no, they're not in at all.
Yeah, but I mean, you look at this and you say the only team in this region that could upset Texas is UTSA.
Yeah, and look, I think game 2 will be Texas versus UTSA, and it's going to be so much fun. That is a game I will be watching.
Squeeze play is going to be a bitch, dude. I cannot wait.
I can't wait to have squeeze play on, mostly because an office closed, and we got 2 free iPads and a Microsoft laptop.
What the fuck?
And so I will have 1 laptop, 2 iPad, TV, all on separate squeeze plays if I can.
No, I think squeeze plays just 1.
Can't you pick them?
No.
I thought you could pick them this year.
I don't know. It's different.
I thought you could pick them.
If it is different this year, I don't know.
Well,
I know that was our dream.
I'll have squeeze play on, and whatever games are not on squeeze play shall be on.
Okay, so you also have to remember you can only use 2. Only up to 2 people can watch ESPN Plus at a time. Right?
Yeah, but I got multiple logins.
Okay. Well, if you got multiple logins, then you can go fuck yourself.
We're good.
Anyway, so all right, so Texas, it's either gonna be Texas or UTSA, honestly, and this UCLA one, I just don't know. You know what I mean? Like, because I haven't really watched
nothing about any of those 4.
I know UCLA. I didn't think they'd be hosting anything, like even a dinner. So
that's a pretty good one. I'm gonna have to hold on to that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Coach Rob's pretty witty, he's pretty smart.
And on the spot too. So, but yeah, no, I didn't know. I didn't know that UCLA was this good, I guess you could say. So what the fuck? But I think whoever wins this Texas regional runs through the super between whoever this is. So if it is Texas, I think Texas goes 2-0. If it's UTSA, I believe that UTSA goes 2-0 and they make it to Omaha. Whoever wins this Texas regional, I believe, will go to Omaha. I don't think this UCLA.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. I had to get on the same page as you for a second.
Yeah, I don't think this UCLA.
My buddy just texted me and said Tiger droppings are already talking about Jaden Newt's going to start game one for LSU, and there's just no fucking way. I mean, there is a way, but
Oh my god, this fucking horse shit. But hold on, let's see. What did
who's next? Ole Miss.
no, Evan. So Evan replied. He said they got in the Dutchtown high bracket. And then Aiden said douchebag play there. Anyway. So all right, so next one.
Yay or nay?
Yes. Fuck it.
Yes.
Fuck it.
You're sounding a lot better.
Well, so I took some Dayquil and took some vitamin C.
No, it's because alcohol kills germs.
Alcohol kills germs. I have known that for a while. But look, so this next series, you got Ole Miss, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech might. If anybody were to win this regional other than Ole Miss, I think it's Georgia Tech. Ole Miss is hot though.
Here's what I'll say about Georgia Tech. I need to see Ole Miss field dimensions, because if there's a team that relies on homers,
It's Georgia Tech.
it's Georgia Tech.
Right.
Something about Georgia and Georgia Tech, they just fucking hit homers like there's no tomorrow.
I need a cough drop, but I think this will do.
All right. So let me compare it to Georgia Tech baseball field dimensions. Let's see. All right. Okay, so this is something here, and it's not it's not a significant difference. They're roughly the same, but Ole Miss's baseball field's 330 down the lines, 365 in the power alleys, 390 dead center. Georgia Tech, 328 left field, 334 right field, 400 dead center, 353 to right center, and 339 to left center. Jesus, they got some weird dimensions on this field. Give me Georgia, because Georgia Tech is hitting homers in this baseball field that is widely just, you got a different number down each line. You got a different number in each power alley. You got the same number dead center because it's fucking dead center. But give me Georgia Tech playing on a field that's more symmetrical, a field that seems to be a little bit smaller. Give me Georgia Tech here. I like it.
Okay. So then you got
I hate picking against the SEC. Let me just
I think Georgia wins theirs. So
Georgia,
so
where
number
you at?
10 Ole Miss goes against number 7 Georgia,
Yeah.
right, in the super, right? So if Georgia Tech wins this regional, then you got Georgia.
Yep.
Georgia Tech.
What a
Buddy.
battle.
But
What a battle.
two teams that rely on home runs, because Georgia leads D1 in home runs.
Correct.
So, and I think Georgia Tech isn't far. I want to say Georgia Tech isn't far.
Team home run leaders. Let's see.
But I do have to poop. I'm in danger.
Georgia Tech is 33rd in homers, with nowhere near what they got, 86. Georgia leads the country with 133.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So
let's see where Ole Miss ranks at. Ole Miss, damn, I didn't realize Ole Miss hit 105 homers. So maybe they rely on the homer more than Georgia Tech does.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to think about half their games are at home.
Yeah.
The majority of their games are at home.
Yeah.
And you got Will Fairness. Will Fairness is a fucking dog.
Yeah, I still like. I think Georgia. I like Georgia.
I didn't realize that's Eddie Fairness's son.
Yeah.
So why he didn't come to LSU? I guess fuck me. I don't know. I really don't.
All right, let's hurry up and get through. So way, Coach Robinson.
No.
Coach Robinson in a bind.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
All right, what we got? LSU.
All right, wait. So who goes to Omaha?
Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia.
Georgia goes to Omaha. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Here we go. LSU. They run through this, or does DBU give them a run for their money?
No, LSU gets through it because you're at home. If LSU was the 11th, if this was flip flopped here and LSU was the 11th seed, I'd take LSU to win the regional at home and then probably lose on the road because LSU can't play on the road, which is what scares me about going to Omaha. That scares the crap out of me going to Omaha.
Yeah, but Omaha's different.
It don't matter.
No, because, I mean, you got to think about it. Look, last time LSU went to Omaha before the 2023 season, they went to the championship game against Florida.
Yeah, but there's never been a team like LSU that just puts themselves in a offensive hole like they do. And granted, that last game that we lost 2-0 to Ole Miss, we hit the ball
Yeah, but
hard.
we haven't scored since
The third inning of A&M.
Yes. So what was it? So
that's 17
innings?
Yeah, 16
We haven't
innings.
scored in 17 innings?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm worried about.
That's what I'm saying. And it's on the road. And Hoover was
Hoover's neutral.
LSU East.
Yes.
We had a stacked crowd.
Look, if LSU makes it to fucking Omaha, because we'll be at home in the regional, and if we win that, in the Super.
Yeah. I can't pick. I want to pick LSU to win it all, but playing on the road scares the crap out of me. I have not seen it at all this year.
But also, if we go to Omaha, I've been. Have you been? You've never been to Omaha.
Mm-mm.
All right, look.
I mean, I've been to
that
Omaha.
Is also
not for the tournament.
That is LSU Central.
LSU East just lost,
buddy. I don't know.
No, nobody travels like LSU. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
100%. Which is why we hold the fucking Jello shot competition.
Yeah. Well, when you got who was it? What's
Ty Graves?
Ty Graves
and Gordon McKernan.
Yeah, buying 100,000 shots or something.
It was because we went it was 68,888, I believe, was the final. 68,888 Jello shots were bought.
Yeah, nobody.
And Ty Graves was not there, by the way. He called it in and gave him. He said, "I want to buy fucking 20,000," and they were like, "I'm sorry, what?" But we went to Rocco's looking to buy Jello shots, and they were like, "Hey, we're not allowing any LSU fans to buy Jello shots." And we're like, "Why? What the fuck?" And all of a sudden, you see people come out with trays, handing them out. It was because Ty Graves and Gordon called in damn near at the same time.
Oh, they were probably flying together somewhere.
Yeah,
hanging out.
Oh fuck! Here we go. God damn it!
What happened?
I just lost the internet connection.
Oh, it's all right. We're still going.
Are we?
Yeah. 57, 41, 42, 43. I got internet.
That's so weird. That's very weird. Because I'm. Am I still recording? Like, you see me?
Nope.
You don't see me?
Nope.
Okay. Wow. Okay. What the fuck? Because it says I'm still connected. God damn it. It's happening again. It's the same shit. Anyway.
You'll come back though, right?
I should.
Like it is.
We're damn near 100 episodes in. All right, I'm in.
All right, Coach Rob's back.
I don't know why the fuck
Coach,
this is
back.
doing what it's doing.
Actual recording is higher quality.
So. Yeah.
All right, Coach Rob's back.
All right. All right, so
LSU at home. Or LSU to Omaha.
Son of a bitch. Trying to reconnect, make sure I have a stable internet connection. I should. What the fuck? God damn it.
It's okay, bud.
All right, here we go.
All right. We're good?
Yeah, let me share this. Let me share the notes again. All right, so here we go.
Notes are back. Here we go.
So, all right, so LSU, I think because they're at home, they run through this.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think you get to Omaha.
Do they get? Yeah. Do they
Yes.
get?
You're at home, regional and super regional. Yes, you get to Omaha. What happens in Omaha? I'm not picking that.
You think so?
Who's going to beat them?
I mean,
This team is too good to lose at home. I'll say this. If you lose at home in this regional, it's a worse letdown than last year.
you think so?
When you had higher expectations last year.
Shit, I have to hold on.
What you trying to do?
It won't let me scroll over.
Scroll over to what?
So we're gonna do this. All right, we're gonna go here. There we go. Okay, so share it again. Goddamn, sorry we're having so many technical difficulties here.
We don't have a technical crew. It's just Coach Rob.
Yeah, it's just me, and it's kind of fucked. So all right, so LSU wins this regional. Who wins this one? Because I think I have West Virginia,
I think I got West Virginia too.
and they come to Baton Rouge, and what do?
They get scared out of their fucking minds because they're not going to see heat or a crowd like this before.
What conference are they in? Are they in the ACC? No, Mountain West.
West Virginia's Mountain West, yeah.
How are they? No. They can't be Mountain West because they're on the East.
Oh, yeah, the West is on
Yeah.
that side.
Yeah.
The East
What
is on
conference
this side.
is West Virginia in?
Let's see. West Virginia. Virginia
Hey, do you have a timestamp?
Conference. Yep, 101.
Okay, just making sure because mine says 3.
Big 12.
Mine says 3 minutes. Okay.
Yes, you ain't seen you haven't if you win it, you haven't seen heat like this. You haven't seen 13,000 in a park on a Friday night, Saturday night.
So you remember watching the announcers against the Ole Miss game, right? Like just listening to them. You had Chase Shores going 102, and then Jacob Myers comes in throwing 101, 102. And if we can get this Jacob Myers, buddy, that was
the
dangerous.
immediate text I sent you.
That is dangerous.
I didn't care that LSU lost Ole Miss. The immediate text I sent you was what? Is this the Jacob Myers we're going to get for the rest of the season?
Is this the Jacob Myers we're going to get next year? Because if so, he's a Friday night guy.
Oh. Man, I tell you what, look, if you can go into next year with Kaysen as your Friday night.
Kaysen, Jacob.
Because remember, Jacob Myers.
Schmidt is your Sunday.
Jacob Myers came from Nichols, and he was a pitcher through 80 innings.
He was a Friday night guy.
He led their conference in strikeouts and walks. He had like 120-something strikeouts and like 80-something walks.
From Santa Monica High School, right down the road.
Yeah.
Right down the road.
Throwing 101. He releases the ball higher than any MLB pitcher currently.
Yeah. Stands at 6'4".
No.
You don't think he's that tall?
6'5".
I mean,
6'6". He's up there.
He's pretty tall.
I thought it was taller than 6'4".
It could be.
But he releases the ball at like a 7'2", 7'3" height point.
I mean, Chase Shores is fucking. I mean, he's 6'8".
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He throws from here.
Right. And then you got Rizzy at 6'10".
Who's kind of 3/4. He's not straight over the top.
You remember Parker Buck?
Yeah.
Who was also 6'10", 6'11"?
Yeah.
And he threw like 93.
Here's what I love, right? Is that the guys that you've used outside of starters, the guys that you used the most got all of last week off, all of this coming week off.
Right.
To get right. Zach Cowden hadn't had the best few outings lately.
I don't know if you saw Jaden Newt when he got pulled, he went to the pen and finished his
getting his
work in.
Yeah. Zach Cowden hadn't had the best outings. Give him a couple week break.
If somehow, some way Cohen can come back and be a starter next year, buddy.
Well,
I would love that. Yeah. I would love Cohen as a starter next year.
No, I don't disagree with you.
Fucking give him the ball Friday night. Let Kaysen go Saturday, and then let Jacob Myers go Sunday. And I think that right there, we don't lose a fucking game.
We're not going 54-0. We're not. It's not happening. But it's not happening. But
if it does,
Zach coming back. Okay. Kaysen?
You'll be $1,000 if he does.
Okay. You want to shake on that?
No,
All right.
no, because yes, because I haven't announced if we don't what I give you. So yes, absolutely.
What do you
No, nope, nope, nothing. I'm giving you fucking nothing if we don't.
Kaysen, couple week rest. All right. Maverick, couple week rest. He didn't throw. So you're talking about a bullpen that's going to be well rested. By the way, all you Jay Johnson haters out there that hate the fact that he threw Ianson, you're not smarter than him. He knew exactly what he was doing.
You had to win one game.
You had to win one. You had to make sure you got work in because had you not, Ianson's on a 2-week break, and you don't want that. Jay said he made this up. He made his mind up that Saturday before, and he listed 4 very good reasons to why he did it. Go back and listen to them if you don't know what they are. But
okay,
yeah.
All
Anyway,
right.
next.
So LSU goes Omaha.
Yep.
All right.
Versus West Virginia
Yes.
to get to Omaha.
Tennessee.
Last one.
Last series. Tennessee. Well, last 2 series. Tennessee. What do they do?
Not make it out of Knoxville.
You don't think?
Nope.
You don't think they win this regional?
Nope. Team's been cold. Pitching has not been there. Liam Doyle has not been that guy, even though he won SEC Pitcher of the Year. He has not been that guy his last 2 outings. I think he continues to not be that guy. He's trying to do far too much. If you're watching pitch, everything does not look fluent and does not look just flowy like it has. It looks very targeted. It looks very rushed. It looks very trying to do too much. And I don't like it. I think that this team right now is still trying to get over a defense that's been shuffling around a lot. And, I don't think that bodes well for the postseason.
I just want to update you on these text messages.
Oh.
So, Evan said they got in the dust shot high bracket.
Yep.
Justin Martin, old J Mart said, at least they're not in Cicchini's bracket, as in Barb.
Thank you.
And then he said, or BRCC. Yeah.
You need to text him back. They need to be watching for LSU.
Shreveport?
Yes. LSU Shreveport more than anybody. LSU Shreveport, some dogs. So
we'll text him that.
Tell them they're lucky to avoid LSU Shreveport.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, Tennessee don't make it out, though. I don't know who they lose to. I don't know who's going to win this. I feel like Wake Forest or Cincy can do it. We've seen Cincy have some upsets this year, so I feel like either of those teams can do it. I don't like the way Tennessee's playing. We talked about getting hot at the right time, and right now they are not hot. They are the farthest thing away from it.
Did we get anybody from LSU Shreveport?
I have no idea. I don't think so.
No. I'm saying, like, do we?
Oh,
after
do we?
This
yeah.
this badass season?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, good Lord, Yeah.
All
right. So Tennessee doesn't make it out. So Wake Forest wins it. I just don't see that.
But none of these teams.
Tennessee's going to be at home. I think they make it through the regional, but then they have to go play Arkansas because I don't think anybody wins this Arkansas regional besides Arkansas.
That. I think in this we'll see Arkansas. Look, I don't like the way Zach Root's been pitching, but I think Arkansas is just too deep. They're one of the best. Dude, this is when you talk about one of the most complete teams in baseball. They play defense. They run the bases. They pitch it well. Starting, you get to the 5th. Starter gets to the 5th, 6 through 9. Good luck everyone else because my goodness, they're guys that they got in their bullpen. Jeez, Pete, 1 through 9, dude. They put 9 out there hitting over 300. 9.
Yeah.
Like fuck. Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
I don't see where Arkansas doesn't get to Omaha unless they just have a full breakdown and they just completely forget how to pitch it. Now, look, Zach Root's last 2 outings, I already said it. Ain't been good. And it could very well continue. Now, good thing for Zach Root is that he's going to go up against North Dakota State.
Well,
which was what? North Dakota State was what, 20-36 or some shit like that?
20 and 32, I believe.
Like something silly. They got in because they won their bracket or won their conference championship or whatever.
To me.
But maybe Zach Root just doesn't even pitch that game,
Right.
and then he can play.
And they can still win.
And then a Creighton can easily beat
Kansas.
Yeah. And you got Zach Root versus Creighton. Like, Creighton ain't seen nobody of Zach Root's caliber.
Right.
They hadn't seen a team of SEC caliber.
Right.
At least that I know of. Maybe they did in the midweek or some shit, but who knows?
Probably not.
I mean, there is no reason for Arkansas to not be hosting a Super. Zero.
Yeah.
Zero.
Yeah.
So
okay. So you're 8 teams in Omaha. You got Arkansas.
I don't think we can pick that right now. We're making assumptions.
No, we're making assumptions.
Next weekend is going to be a completely different thing.
That's true. So
let's wait till next weekend.
Yeah. So wait till the Supers.
Yeah.
Right, to pick.
Yeah. We'll come back in here this week.
We'll wait till Monday?
No, we'll come back up in here Thursday.
Thursday to preview kind of LSU.
Preview LSU and that regional.
Okay.
Specifically.
Yeah.
And then we'll get back up in here Monday.
Yeah.
After that.
Okay. All right.
So
anything else you want to talk about? I do want to talk about one thing in MLB. Kyle Freeland.
Oh, you're talking Kyle Freeland. Okay. Not where I thought you were going.
Well, where do you think I was going?
I was going to go to Tariq Skubal.
Oh, yeah. No, Skubal had a fucking performance, bud.
Let me pull your text up real quick. I sent you the text, and then you sent me something else back about it. Right here. Tariq Skubal, current Cy Young winner.
Reigning Cy Young winner.
Yeah. Yes. On track to do it again.
You mean
Tariq Skubal. All right, let me get through this real quick.
Yeah.
Pitchers in MLB history to throw a 9-inning complete game shutout with 13 Ks or more in under 100 pitches. Tariq Skubal, end of list. Okay, you talking about a Greg Maddux performance. We talk about the controversy. Did he throw 89? Did he throw 92? Whatever your controversy was.
Yeah, but he didn't have 13 Ks.
But here's the thing about it. Tariq Skubal, 13K complete game shutty, 94 pitches, and that 13th strikeout, Coach Rob, last inning, last pitch, 102.6.
Yeah, I did see him look back at the fucking at the what is it?
Scoreboard?
Yeah, at the scoreboard. I did see him look back at that and be like, just kind of how a lot of pitchers do that throw, like Chase Shores.
Yep.
Chase Shores did it
2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Kyle Freeland.
Kyle Freeland retires. I don't know if you heard that.
I didn't.
Kyle Freeland mid-season. You can look it up. Kyle Freeland retires after the Rockies get blown out by I don't know who. But yeah, Kyle Freeland retires. This Rockies team is no bueno. It's not good.
Yeah, this Rockies team is on pace for 28 wins.
Yeah. Yeah.
This team sucks.
Yeah, this team's bad.
In every way, shape, or form. This team absolutely sucks. And I have something. I think I have something in my bookmarks about this team. Let me see. I always got bookmarks about somebody. Do I still have it, or did I get rid of it? All right. Highest paid Rockies. Here you go. $27 million to Chris Bryant. He's hitting 154 and currently on the IL. $16 million to Kyle Freeland. He was 0-4 with a 6.41 ERA, and you just said he retired. $12 million to Ryan McMahon, hitting 192. $12 million to Anthony Senzatella, who's 1-5. It's probably worse now. This was a couple weeks ago. 1-5 with a 5.50 ERA. Herman Marquez getting $10 million, 0-6 with a 9.9 ERA. Austin Gomber, $6.3 million on the IL. $5 million getting paid to somebody that don't even play for him anymore. Third baseman for the Cardinals, Nolan Arenado. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 highest paid players on the Rockies team. The 7th highest paid player on the Rockies team is $5 million. You got 18 more spots on that team.
Yeah. It's crazy.
This team sucks. This team is horrible. You already fired your coach. Your number 2 already retired. This team sucks.
Yeah, this team's bad.
This is bad for baseball. You should not be this bad.
Very bad for the Rockies. I don't understand. I mean, but it is what it is. I don't know. But yeah, Kyle Freeland, look, he had a good run.
Dude, that's hilarious. No, I did not see that.
Yeah, no, he retired like just now. Like, I mean, it was he posted a picture, I think on his Instagram maybe, of him like walking down the steps, and which I kind of want to fact check this because I didn't really fact check it.
I'm about to Twitter fact check it.
Kyle Freeland retirement. I literally typed in Kyle F. Announced his retirement mid game. What?
Announced it mid game.
Yeah.
Dude, that is hilarious. I'm sorry. That's some Antonio Brown shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yankees blowout. Yankees were the ones that beat the fuck out of them. Yeah. 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 So it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all.
So hold on. Let's see what this says. This says May 24th.
Which
was when he posted it on his Instagram.
Today's the 26th. So 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coach, there's some news already for LSU's regional, and that is the fact that we fucking play at 2 p.m. on Friday. So you will not be able to watch the first 5 innings of this game.
At 3:30, I'll be able to start watching.
So 3 innings.
Yeah.
4 innings. 2 o'clock.
Possibly 3 o'clock. They've been letting us kind of go a little early, which doesn't make sense.
Why is the premier game of the...
Is it the premier game?
Of the regional.
Is it the premier game? It's
Of
the
the regional.
1 and 4.
Of the regional.
It's 1 and 4.
It don't matter. It's LSU at the box. When does LSU at the box sell out? Nighttime, because people fucking work. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. You got anything?
I think I'm good.
Good. All right, I'll close this out. I know Coach Rob's in a bind here. So we appreciate everybody tuning in. Follow us on the socials. Keep up with it. Giving you the latest. Field of 64 is out. LSU gets the 6th seed. At home, take care of your business. All right? You've been good at home all year. Continue to be good at home here. Do what you got to do. Win the games. Host your super. Get to Omaha. Let's go. Call it a day, boys. All right, here we go. I'm pumped up for Friday.
I'm about to shit myself.
Friday at 2 o'clock. Coach Rob's in a bind here. I'm Coach Jace. That's Coach Rob. We're your boys. Diamond Date Discussions Unfiltered.